Hi everyone, it's Agnes. I'm going to continue with the questions that came up from that wonderful Q&A. So let's start with use havening technique, Agnes. Oh, and no, I haven't. So if you want to put a link or something down in the thread below, we can all have a bit of a look. Okay. Maria, you have asked, is doing self-love only enough to manifest love relationship with a specific person? Maria, because if you feel loved, that goes out as a projection. You're assuming that you feel loved, you project it out. The law of attraction takes it as a big photocopy and brings you the evidence of you being loved. Okay? So you working on I am love and I am loved and I am lovable and may divine love be made alive in me is enough to pull somebody in. Okay, self-love is the magnet for love. Okay, so I hope that helps. Maria, I did do a YouTube about is doing self-love only enough. I will put in the description for you so you can check that out because someone else already asked that question some time ago and I've done a YouTube on it. Okay. MS Oh Girl Boss. Hi Agnes, can we talk about peace in the world and health for all? I already did in the last YouTube I've done because, and Kita already asked about that, so I've done a YouTube specifically just on that. So I will leave that for you to go and have a look at that YouTube, and that answers your question. Okay? It is important that we get with calm and peace and really releasing, we're human, we're going to have fears. This is a huge thing going on. Totally understand that people have got fears about this, especially when you see people dying and you see people sick and, it is alarming. So we are human, but it's transforming that fear and saying, okay, I cast this fear upon the God within or upon the source within, and I go free. Breathe in. I cast this fear upon the God within and I go free. Breathe out. Anytime you get that thing going on, practice that. It works wonders. Because when we're in fear, we shallow breathe. Okay? So start to let go of the shallow breathing and get yourself into a state where you feel secure again. Okay? So, Alexia, you've asked, a woman who is forward with a man. I would love to know your thoughts on that. I personally, I think it's lovely to show interest, but I still think a woman is a woman and a man is a man. So allow the man to play his part and stop being the woman that tries to do too much. Because I see this a lot, probably in the last 10 years, where women are really stepping forth to do that, connecting, asking, showing, doing. And I think, and this again, only my opinion, it comes from an inability to wait and an inability to allow. Once you show through interest as a woman, is there a bit of delay? Yes, sometimes, but I think women, this message is for you. Allow men to be men, okay? Let them do what men do, which is to pursue, to come in, to show interest. Let them do it and show them that you're interested, Don't let them leave them hanging there, not showing any interest. If you're interested, don't play games, but let them do their bit and you respond. Women, I do think, and again, my opinion only, try and do too much. And I'm talking about heterosexual relationships, okay? So, yeah, just be mindful of that. And if you are doing, as you say, being forward, ask yourself, why am I doing that? Is it because I feel an impulse? Is it because, you got to ask yourself what's motivating the forwardness, okay? Because forwardness in itself is not a bad thing, but I personally think let women be women and let men be men. Okay? Show interest, let them step in. Okay? All right. Good question, Alexia. Yes, Harding, you said I just got rejected to a job that I was really hoping to get, but know that something better is in store for me. I've been using your money meditation. Is there anything else you recommend? Oh, Nicholas, I want to tell you a little story. Some time ago, before I started doing this business of mine, I was in London and I was looking for jobs online. I had finished my coaching course and I thought, okay, I need to go and get a coaching job somewhere. And it ended up that I saw a coaching job in Sydney, Australia, and the same company had a coaching job in London. Now, each job was 2 days a week each. I remember thinking, oh my goodness, this is perfect. I could tell them that I moved between the two cities because the job was remote and I know both cities, that this is a perfect job for me. So I emailed them my resume, told them this about me. Anyway, nothing. I visualized it, I imagined it. It did not happen, Nicholas. Nada, nothing. So I said to my partner at the time, I don't understand. This is a perfect job. Anyway, he just kind of said, oh, well, there's not much you can do, let go and just allow. And in the end, I can see now, obviously with hindsight, why I didn't get that. Because if I had worked for someone else, I would have had to do it their way. I would have had to do their coaching, or how I do work with people now. I would have had to do it their way, using their system. Now, I'm a bit of a free spirit, and fitting into someone else's box has never been a favorite pastime of mine. I'm not the best employee because I like to beat to my own drum and I like to be spontaneous, etc., etc. So I started this, and then it took off pretty quickly in 2016. And what I see now is that this business, this meaningful work that's meaningful to me is so much better for me because I can put Neville into this. I can, pull from Abraham Hicks and Catherine Ponder, Joseph Murphy, and all the wonderful teachers that I've read that have really influenced me. And I can speak from experience. I would never have been able to do that for somebody else. So I'm telling you this story because that job, or those two little jobs, 2 days a week, looked absolutely perfect for me. And now I can tell you that I understand why I didn't get it. Because also there would have been a ceiling on the income. Hours I would have had to work, and there would have been a system I would have had to follow. So I don't have any of that. I work the hours that I choose. I work with people as many hours a day as I want. If I'm feeling a bit tired, I don't schedule anyone in. I take some days off, and it just flows. So, Nicholas, I'm telling you this because I think you're on the right track by saying that something better is in store for me. Okay, so you're using the money meditation. That's great. Is there anything else I recommend? There is a Dream Job Meaningful Work playlist. And in particular, there's 2 wonderful interviews in there. One with a woman called Ildiko, where she manifested her most amazing dream job. And also, what was her name? Priscilla. She manifested an amazing job too. And they both tell you the mechanics of how they did it within that Dream Job playlist, okay? So have a look at that, Nicholas, and may that help you. Help you. So, carrying on. Where are we? Another question from, just got to rewind back a bit. Alexia, oh yes, come to New York, I will fly. So I am thinking about scooting over to New York to do a self-love specific person course in person, and also to do some sessions one-on-one with many of you. So yeah, I will let you all know when that is in the pipeline. Okay, grateful heart. Have love for your specific person. Well, it's, I think, 75% self-love and about 25% for the specific person. What I mean by that is if you do self-love meditations, affirmations, just scale it 75% for you and 25% for them. And then that's, you're laying a really good foundation, which then benefits the relationship that you have with them, even if it's just energetic at the time, you know, at the moment. Okay? Brooke Wingo, I would love to come see you in New York. Okay, cool. Anthony, Vancouver. Thank you. Jennifer, you have asked, since our mind creates our reality, activity, thoughts, I'm trying to prevent something from happening. Well, you've got to, I think, try a couple of things. I find one of the best ways is using the Ho'oponopono to intercept things. You repeat that prayer. You can't be doing that prayer and doing your negative thinking at the same time. It's not possible. Repeat, 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 repeat. Okay? That's my go-to for myself when things are really getting to me. And also one affirmation. You just pick one. Isn't it wonderful what's happening to me now? Or a specific affirmation for that particular problem. So you've got to look at what your negative thinking is and then flip it into a positive statement, and then you work on that. Very simple, very systematic. Okay? All right, so I don't want to make these YouTubes too long, so I'm going to stop there for that one. And I will see you in the next YouTube, and anything that I have talked about I'll put in the description down below.